Okay, the two objectives of the project is to select manufacturing processes which are simple, economical and have least manufacturing time. Second, to decrease the manufacturing and assembly costs, and at the same time improving the quality and reliability of product by choosing the best manufacturing process. So now I will talk about a brief history of the light bulb. The electric light, one of the everyday convenience that most affect our life, was not invented in the traditional sense in 1879 by Thomas Alva Edison. Although he could be said to have created the first commercially practical incandescent light, he was neither the first nor the only person trying to invent an incandescent light bulb. In fact, some other historians claim there were over 20 inventors of incandescent lamps prior to Edison's version. However, Edison is often credited with the invention because his version was able to outstrip the earlier version because of a combination of three factors that are an effective incandescent material, a higher vacuum than others, were able to achieve a high resistance that made power distribution from a centralized source economically viable. As for the discussion, materials such as polystyrene, nylon, polyethylene and polyethylene can be used in a process called injection molding. These materials are thermoplastic. This means when they are heated and then pressure in a mold, they can be formed into different shapes. Using this manufacturing process to create the base part will result in less time being spent in creating mold and setting up machine if another process was used. By using injection molding machine and a mold made from metal or steel, the material was forced into a mold cavity where it cools and hardens to the configuration of the cavity. The same process goes for manufacture the socket of bulb, which also known as insulator. The material used for the manufacturing of the insulator is polyvinyl chloride. This particular material has been mainly used for its excellent insulation properties. Therefore, the heat of the electrical conductivity will not be able to escape through the material as it would prove a non-insulating material, which turns the product into a much safer handling product for the user. It is clear that the insulator has been manufactured using the process of injection molding, as it has very obvious fit line up the side of the part and its very intricate shape, where the process of injection molding will give it a precise finish. The dust lamp shade was manufactured using polystyrene mixed with polypropylene. Pure polystyrene is brittle and rigid. However, mixing it with polypropylene will enhance the properties and create a much more useful property. The shade of the dust lamp was manufactured using vacuum forming process. Vacuum forming is a simplified version of thermoforming, whereby a sheet of plastic is heated to a forming temperature, stretched onto a single surface mold, and forced against the mold by a vacuum. Vacuum forming has a relatively lower startup cost, as the patterns and molds are inexpensively made from high-density foams. Comparing to the alternative process to manufacture the lampshade, tapping process has high production rates and low labor costs. Repetition process are not possible with fabrication technique, and it is inflexibility of hard tooling. Still, the most optimal process to manufacture the lampshade should be vacuum forming process. Okay, so next I will show to you the view of the extrusion, how it's made the joints, parts of the lampshade. Now we will see the video on how it's made the bulb as well.
The ribbon machine produces glass envelopes for the manufacture of electric lamps, numerous valve types, Christmas decorations, bulbs for the car and other domestic industries. Various size machines produce these at speeds varying from 300 to 1000 per minute. In order to explain the operation of the ribbon machine, let us look at the 3.9-inch pitch machine, which produces the large bulbs at slower speeds. From this view, one can see the stream of glass enter the machine on the left of the picture. The chain carrying the blowing tips is moving along the top half of the machine in an anti-clockwise direction, whilst the mold carrier chain is moving in a clockwise direction in the lower half of the machine. The ribbon of glass is carried on orifice plates in the center of the machine, being joined by the tips and the molds at various stages to produce the bulb. Now to look at this in detail. A stream of molten glass leaves the furnace forehalf and enters two rolls, one being a pocket roll and the other having a plain surface. The glass is rolled into a ribbon with pockets of glass at regular intervals, each pocket locating with an orifice in the plate. Looking at the reverse side of the machine and underneath, we can see the ribbon of glass falling onto these orifice plates, which are moving horizontally around the machine on a guide rail. Whilst coming back to the front view of the machine, the blowing tips move along in an anti-clockwise direction, moving down in such a way that each tip locates in a pocket of glass. At this stage, a small puff of air is introduced through the tips to commence the formation of the glass blank. The glass then falls into shape moving along the development area, being joined by the mold halves moving upwards in a clockwise direction. When the glass blanks are in an optimum position, a cam operates closing the molds, and at the same time the molds commence to revolve and air is forced in at pressure through the blowing tips. At the end of the carrier, a further cam comes into operation to stop the molds revolving, splits the molds into two halves again, and the blown bulbs now move along the cooling area. They are then knocked off the ribbon. The bulbs are examined, both visually and dimensionally, by quality control methods. They are then packed as clear bulbs, or alternatively, if required as pearl bulbs, they remain on this belt and move on through the frosting plant. In order to process them in the frosting plant, it is necessary to place the bulbs into trays. For this purpose, the traying machine was devised and inserts 100 bulbs into each tray automatically. The trays are received into the underside of the machine, whilst the bulbs roll off the belt through rubber dividers into lanes in the machine. The operators are evenly balancing the number of bulbs in each lane. The bulbs move on along the lanes to be collected by a series of paddles, which move them down and with the aid of air pressure, insert them into the trays. From here, the trays move on past a further visual inspection point and into the frosting process. The trays traverse over a series of tanks, each fitted with jets and holding various solutions. The first tank contains a hydrofluoric acid mixture, which etches the surface of the bulb. The second and third contain diluted acids which even out the roughened surface, thus strengthening the bulb. The fourth and fifth contain hot water in order to wash away all traces of fluorine, and the sixth, seventh and eighth tanks contain hot air for drying purposes. After being processed, they receive a further visual inspection. In this case, the examination of the underside of the bulb, again by the aid of mirrors. And the bowl of the bulb is examined by the aid of fluorescent tubes, after which they are now packed as pearl bulbs and dispatched to stores.
In this modern age, they also found a new manufacturing process which is very simple to create or to invent this lamp.
I'm taking over me, I'm taking over life, I'm taking over everything that I have deep inside. I'm taking over me, I'm taking over life, I'm taking over everything that I have deep inside. Cause I'm fed up, so don't go fuck with me. Fed up, I don't need company. Fed up, they try to stop me. Fed up, they don't know I'ma be fed up, so don't go fuck with me. Fed up, I don't need company. Fed up, they try to stop me. Fed up, they don't know I'ma be. Yo, being ambitious and fascinated with life is what gave me fucking issues, and I hated to like, hated to love like a villain. I'm above like a ceiling, but I felt the bottom, now I got a chug and it's killing. To feel the stress in my brain and chest, go to sleep as I motherfucking pray for best, pray for less, or maybe pray for more. I'm fed up, I don't wanna be a slave no more to this world full of death, lies and hate. I'm your creation, put your fucking eyes on me. Look at me, please, believe or not, like Ripley. Speak these motherfucking rhymes as I rip these beats, telling myself that I'm taking over, telling everybody else that it's fake, it's over. It's been great, but I gotta go release this off me. I can't wait, cause it's fucking killing me softly. Yo, I'm taking over me, I'm taking over life, I'm taking over.
So, research and development capabilities have spread broadly around the globe, and no manufacturer can afford to use the same manufacturing process in developing products. Researching and analysis of new manufacturing process will help manufacturer to achieve the goal of its manufacturing reliable and cost-effective product. In summary, each manufacturing process has its own distinct merits and also unique drawbacks. However, in determining which method is best for the particular product, the issues should be considered are production quantity, design and engineering requirement, time frame, startup cost and overall budgetary concern.